Welcome. You're with the Nasty Pastor, and I'm back with another extra. Yo, we still, in this pamphlet, the status of women in Islam. And so far it's been interesting. So far it really has been interesting, enlightening, that you can really understand now that who is really the head of Islam. You know what I mean? Who is really the backbone of Islam? Who has really um, changed the dynamics of religion? I just say this, to being the most modest, saying it in the most modest way. You know what I mean? Like I say, if in Richmond, Virginia, there had been more better examples of a Muslim, yeah, that probably would have been the culture I came up under. That probably would have been the faith I would have came up under, and you know, be strong-willed about. You know what I mean? Be praying to it. You got what I'm saying? Be out here doing the will of Allah. You feel what I'm saying? And to be honest with you, to say it in a perfect way, to say it in a way you can understand, for real, Buddha, Allah, Jesus, who else? Who else we can think of? You know what I mean? Yahweh. I'm doing the will of the demiurge. You feel what I'm saying? So if these prophets come from the demiurge and fall up under the demiurge way of life, commandments, then yeah, you got what I'm saying. I'm still doing the will of Allah. I'm still doing the will of Yahweh. I'm still doing the will of Buddha. You got what I'm saying? The will of Jesus. You feel me? You get it now? You understand me? Cool. Look, this pamphlet has touched down into education, motherhood, politics and social services, inheritance, and this week, you know what I mean? This week, extra. You got what I'm saying? It's about financial responsibilities. That has to be a very great, a very, very good subject to touch on, because most women I know, man, they balance a checkbook wonderful. You feel what I'm saying? They keep a household running. You know what I mean? When you are how to say this in this world, you're a minority. You know what I mean? When you're living check to check, paycheck to paycheck. You know what I mean? I've seen women balance a household better than I've seen people of wealth. And I mean, we all have wealth if you're getting income every week, every month, every 2 weeks. You know what I mean? You may be getting it every quarterly. You know what I mean? But if you're receiving continuing income, that's considered to be wealth. They're just different levels of wealth. But I've seen people of I'm not gonna say six figures. I just say they're not minorities. You know what I mean? They'll step up for minorities, have trouble balancing a checkbook, don't know how, don't know when. They get the money, the bills is not the first thing they pay. You feel what I'm saying? They're going out doing other things. So this will be a wonderful subject to touch on, and I hope that our younger generation has mastered balancing the checkbook, has really looked at how do I keep this household functioning, where that the household is taken care of, the bills is taken care of. If there's kids in the house, groceries is always at their disposal. You feel what I'm saying? Food, you got what I'm saying? What else can we say? There are things that go into finances where that there's gifts being bought. There are things of like you want to have your kids in the nice clothes. You know what I mean? So once again, I just say this to you. You know what I mean? Is America ready for a woman to help at a level of being the president of the United States, to run this country, to pick this country back up, to get this country back stable? I say yes. You know what I mean? I've been saying yes. I said yes to that maybe 2 years ago, 3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago, probably before um, President Biden and Vice President Michelle Harris was really in office. You know, I think I said that the first during the election time. You know what I mean? I just would have rather saw Michelle Obama or Oprah Winfrey at the steering wheel of our country. You know what I mean? I would have loved to see them two start it off first, but we don't all get what we want, right? You know what I mean? And it's a need that America has not realized to push these women to get up and fill that position. You know what I mean? So, so I say to you at this right here: be receptive, be acceptable to a woman running this country. You know what I mean? My biggest thing about a woman running this country is that if you need to send a nuke somewhere, can you send it? Can you live with it? Or are you going to sit in these peace talks and have some warmth, feeling, some concern about what's going on in their country when they're really trying to get into this country and destroy everything that has been built? Look, let's get into financial responsibilities. Once again, like I said, status of women in Islam. In Islam, women are not obligated to earn or spend money on housing, food, or general expenses. Come on now. They're not allowed. So where does the money go? You feel me? They're not allowed. So what does that mean? The man of the household. You feel what I'm saying? The man of the household provides that. If a woman is married, her husband must fully support her financially, and if she's not married, that responsibility belongs to her closest mate, relative, father, brother, uncle. Now let me say this to you. You got what I'm saying? Let me enlighten you from what I saw of Islam and my aunt and my uncles. You know what I mean? He would be my uncle-in-law. You know what I mean? Household. You know, we all started from under my great-grandma Big Ma house. You got what I'm saying? So I understood why she didn't work. You feel what I'm saying? I understood that perfectly. You know, there really wasn't a lot of bills they had to pay. So of course, he could take care of her 2 kids, and his 3 kids that was up the street. Next, when they moved, you understand what I'm saying? You know how the George Jefferson saying, get on up to the, you know what I mean, we moving on up. Yeah, they moved on out, you know what I mean, into Henrico County off of Mechanicsville, a nice house. Nice 1, 2, 3 bedroom home. You know what I mean, which makes it where that my cousin Marche had her own room, my cousin Mookie had his own room. And you know, of course they had their own. And later on, they went on to have 2 kids. But when that man left my great grandma's house, when that family left my great grandma's house, the man had a nice old Eldorado Cadillac. My aunt, she worked nowhere. But as time went on, she got her a job. So there, you know, I get the fact that she probably still didn't have to pay no bills in that house. You got what I'm saying? But she went and got a job. You feel what I'm saying? So as a black woman, you feel what I'm saying? As a black woman, she still wanted to be independent. She's a Muslim, but as a black woman, she still wanted to have her own. You understand me? Her own. And you know, he had a good job. You know what I mean? He was working at, I believe he started off at Philip Morris, left Philip Morris, went to Wonder Bread where he retired from. But he still, you know what I mean, had a little part-time job. He had a little tow truck. He'll get off work, go do this, go do that with the tow truck. He was a painter, you know what I mean. He did stuff, made extra money painting and stuff, you know what I mean. So I say this, that right there, I really can stand on and say that, you know what I mean. That's me also. I never wanted my wife to work, you know what I mean. Even as my girlfriend, I didn't want her to work. You feel what I'm saying? And she had income coming in for the boys because the boys was on child support, you know what I mean? And the oldest boy, dad, was there, you know what I mean? He was coming through, picking them up, doing things with him, providing child support, providing financial, providing income for him. That was a plus to me, you know what I mean? That was a very plus. I love that about that man, you know what I mean? I said, okay, I don't have to worry about him, but I do know that I have to teach him because his dad not here 5 days a week. His dad only there 2 days out the week. And I don't mean in the house, I mean coming to get him, you know what I mean? Come get him on a Friday or a Saturday, bring him back on a Sunday.